Yeah, hey guys, so it's after the new Phyrexia pre-release, so here's my new video. I'm explaining in my new night deck video that's coming up, I'm still editing it, that I will make videos once a month now, and unless there's a pre-release, they should be just general things in their new deck ideas from EDH to standard. Won't really show legacy decks because I don't have the money for that. So how about we go over the new Phyrexia pre-release? For one, I think the format is incredibly slower. That first in Scars of Meriden, it was actually quite fast. If you weren't set up by turn 4, you're probably going to lose. Meriden Besieged, my experience was that it was a little bit faster, but the truth was it was a tad bit slower. And you still need to be set up by turn 4. If not, you were still probably going to lose. In this new Phyrexia set added to the sealed format and even limited format, I find that it's slowed down, that you can be a genuine control deck. You can have turn 1, 2, possibly even 3, where you just drop a land, don't do much, and you'll still be fine. So, what happened with this pre-release was I discovered something. I hate doing sealed in the Scars of Meriden block. Once again, I didn't really open anything that great. Here is what my bomb was. A Molten Steel Dragon. I can tell you one thing about Molten Steel Dragon. He is a great bomb, but you almost never want to play him with the Phyrexia mana and all that, because, well, let's put it bluntly. Phyrexia mana and sealed and limited sucks. The minute you pay that 2 or 4 life for the card that you want to put down earlier, or for free, someone goes, oh, I counter that, or oh, arrest, or hey, unsummon, well, the new Phyrexian unsummon, that is, I'm forgetting the name. And that happened to me about 70% of the time that I played Molten Steel Dragon. I learned one thing. If you have stuff like Molten Steel Dragon, and you do have the mana, and you can wait the turn, wait. Because in the end, otherwise they're just playing a card to deal with your bomb, and they make you lose 2 to 4 life in the process. Other than that, things got really messed up for my pre-release. The woman as she was coming down the stairs to give us our packs, which they delayed for an hour because they wanted to hit 65 people thinking they would be qualified for a PTQ. You need 75 people, not 65. So we waited there quite a while. So anyways, as she was coming down the stairs, she dropped all the packs. Didn't allow any of us to help her, which was pretty dumb. But it messed up the order. And in messing up that order, me and my friends were sitting in a row together. None of us got any real good cards. No mythics, nothing. Ho ho, but the guy across from us? Amazing! He opened 3 mythics! Scars of Meriden mythics! 2 of them foil! Are you kidding me? So yeah, I ended up going 4-2. My last loss was in the top 8. I versed someone with a pretty good control deck, and really, 2 games in a row. I won the first game, and he didn't have enough answers for me while I answered everything he had, and just continued bashing him with small creatures, and then finally dropped the bomb, and which was Kuldotha Phoenix. That was my other good card that worked more efficiently than Molten Steel Dragon, and I recommend using that guy more. But I dropped that, and he said, got no answers, you win. Game 2. Game 2 started off quite similarly. He dropped a Ratchet Bomb, I dropped a Perilous Mirror and a Life Staff, started swinging, killed the Life Staff, eventually put Numbing Dose on a Perilous Mirror, which started pinging me because I got mana flooded. Now don't get me wrong, 17 lands is what you should always run about, but sometimes luck is against you, and sometimes the world hates you. I lost on Game 2 due to getting mana flood and getting nothing. Game 3, I didn't get any of my bombs, and I ended up getting mana flooded. Too much. I just prayed for something else, maybe even my bombs, to just be dropped on the field. So I draw, hoping that I drew, I already had 12 lands on the field. 17, only have 5 more left in the library. How could I draw another? I drew a swamp. So I didn't make it, but it was quite an intense game, as everybody saw. Me struggling to somehow survive and making up incredible combos and plays. So as you probably guessed I didn't say before, I had a black and red deck that was basically, I don't like your stuff, I'm gonna get rid of it. With the side of Kuldotha Phoenix and Molten Steel Dragon to come in and then kill. I can tell you one thing, one card that's really a ton of fun, but you almost never want to play, is Predator's Grasp. This card is bitter. You always want to look through their deck, take something amazing, hell, something with Phyrexian mana. But if it's late game, you kind of, at one point you'll learn with Phyrexian mana. Phyrexian mana is an early game thing. You never really want to pay the 2 life when all of a sudden you're at 6, and there's a possibility of them overrunning you with creatures, or just hitting you with a burn spell, or something like that. So, late game, it's absolutely terrible. Early game, you want to set up your board. So where's the room to play something like Predator's Grasp or other fun cards like that? There is none. The one card that I did open that I can complain about is Surgical Extraction. But, in Limited, it's not so great, so it did me no good. I'm possibly going to trade that away along with my 2 Splinter Twins that I found have a nice, big price on them. I'm still looking for a Sword of War and Peace to finish my collection of all 5 swords, and also so I can throw it in the night deck. Other than that, it was really intense. I met quite a few people that gave me some good games, one of them being one of my subscribers. Here's a shout out to Mana Shark. Unfortunately, this new Phyrexia's format, it's not too exciting. Things are quite predictable, and it seems, unless you're getting some good cards from your Scars of Mirrodin, the only way to really make sure you have great cards and that you'll do good is open up Mythics. And if you know me, you know I hate that. I hate Mythics taking up all the good cards that they always have to be reserved for. I just can't quite get that card, and it costs so much money. I started playing Magic around the time of Odyssey, so I'm used to cards that are being good when they're uncommon, common, or just rare. Mirrodin, like I said, was not competitive back then. I was still a casual gamer. Best casual set ever. And a lot of the stuff that's amazingly good nowadays, they're just rares. I opened quite a few of them in packs. Hopefully with Richard Garfield being on the team once again for Innistrad, we can hope for another set like Odyssey or like Ravnica. So, I went Black, Red, Burn, Destroy. Where did you guys go? What strategies did you formulate? How well did you do? Like I said, I went 4-2 and I got top 8. Opened up an Elishnorn in my prize packs. As for new Phyrexia as a set for Constructed, I believe that it's going to be very interesting and it's going to change standard quite a bit. And I'm liking them to get Taxian Probes for my night deck. Oh, yeah. But like I said, the Phyrexian mana is something you never want to play late game, and it's, even though the appeal is amazing, you always want to hold off on playing it. If you can play it with a mana color, do it. If you can't play it at the right time, think about it ahead of time. Do not include too many Phyrexian mana stuff in your sealed pool, or even in your constructed deck, because they will come back to bite you hard. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video for the post-pre-release new Phyrexia set, and pretty soon I'll have the night deck video up that I promised you 2 months ago. So let me hear what you guys think. If you find new Phyrexia to actually be faster or slower, what do you think about the environment? Is there anything special about it that you really love or you really hate? And how did you do it your pre-release? What did you run? What were your bombs? And overall, how you like the set, how you think it is going to change Constructed, if at all.